The Kidder Overview of Understanding Ethics, Part 2. Kidder presents three ways to be wrong. First, violation of law. Second, departure from truth. Third, deviation from moral rectitude. Let's review these 3 points. Violation of law. These are codified norms. These are norms that are viewed as important enough to be written down. Not only are they written down, but they have a formal sanction attached to them if they are violated. Now, an important point about codified norms is the offender may have done it intentionally or unintentionally, but that does not matter when it comes to the violation of law. Ignorance is not an excuse for violation. Therefore, many organizations, in a desire to be ethical and to present an ethical front to the general public as well as an ethical culture, have either a compliance office and or compliance officers to make certain that at least middle management to upper management are not violating unintentionally any laws that are either legislated through professional organizations or related to the specific organization. Departure from truth. Kidder says that this can be done through falsifying of facts, literally saying that white is black and black is white, literally falsifying a fact presented to the stakeholders, shareholders, or to the public. Another form of departure from truth is pretending, a little bit different than straight falsifying of facts. This can be something as simple as an employee calling in sick when in fact they are not sick. And pretending is an element of many organizations that becomes very gray. Disclaiming without investigating. Now, what does this mean? Well, let's just say that an organization is in manufacturing, and there is a river that runs by the organization. And people notice that there is residue on the river. Well, the organization might disclaim that that's not from us without investigating. In a sense, when there is something that may have some potential damage to the general community, an organization is responsible to at least do preliminary investigation to see if they might be the cause for something that might harm the general community. And Kidder says this is a form of departure from truth, disclaiming without really having knowledge, without investigating. The third form is deviation from moral rectitude. The first element of this is inaction toward observed wrongs. Something simple such as you see somebody shoplifting and you do nothing about it. That is inaction. It's a deviation. Another part is where we struggle in organizations of being whistleblowers. In fact, it's one of the great challenges we have in organizations where people see things happening that are wrong. Not just an unintentional mistake made, but intentional wrongs that are damaging the shareholders, damaging other employees, damaging potentially the community. Inaction toward observed wrongs is a deviation from moral rectitude. Another element of this is amorality. Now this, according to Kidder, is an extreme element where somebody does not really have their moral compass. It's as if they do not have the ability to discern right from wrong. It's as if the inner moral compass is lacking. If there is a void at the center where the core values ought to be, the individual may never even recognize that his or her actions are wrong. This is amorality. However, most of us deal with what we view as immorality. This is where the individual knows there's wrong involved. There's some element of wrong, or certainly not dead center of moral living. But a decision is made to act against known morality. But Kidder presents something that I think is a better element of this whole issue of a deviation from moral rectitude, and that is he called it the drowsy morality. This is where we live in a world of relativism, and we say, well, from my perspective, this is not all that wrong. I don't care whether it's written down in a code somewhere. I don't care if this is the typical norm among the people who work for this organization. For me, I don't care. I know it's sort of wrong. I'll just let it go. There's another side of drowsy morality, and that is the element that we may not do intentional immoral acts, but we certainly don't care that others do it as long as it doesn't hurt us directly. And so this is another form of a deviation from moral rectitude. When we take a look at all of these, this is what we talk about the wrongs in an organization.